Wouldn't matter.
Would you be getting yourself out of a Simpson suit?
Not if that's what I wore. No.
You know,
I just think that this whole thing has crossed so many lines. It's getting so far out of control, and this country is just. I swear our RQ as a whole gets lower every day. Well, this whole thing, when I read it, made zero sense to me. I don't know what you guys, and it doesn't matter what your opinions are. I'm not afraid to state mine.
No, it's not that. It's just the whole situation with everybody has to find something to complain about or boycott. Again, it doesn't matter what side you're on, but why do they have to just sit there and find every minuscule little thing?
Right.
So, I mean, if nobody knew that Bell Helmets was part of that umbrella, nobody would have even said anything. But instead, they dig it and tear it, and they dig into it. It's terrible. I really can't stand it.
It really,
that part of it especially.
Right.
It really is, and this is probably the most PC or politically neutral thing I can say. And I can't even remember what I was going to say.
Great.
Can I say hi to my mom then?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
She is a faithful listener to this show. Do you guys want to get a real opinion on this whole deal?
Why not?
Depends on whether it's Baker's or not.
No, it's yours, Sam.
Oh, no.
Listen.
Can we read Baker's real quick?
Well, we can.
Is there one on there?
You want me to read it verbatim?
Might as well. It's Larry Baker.
So Baker chimes in on the Swears Trucking chat line and says, this stuff is really pissing me off. Getting your name dragged through the dirt because of personal opinion that differs from someone else's. This country is more segregated now than it was in the 40s, 50s, etc. He's absolutely 100% right. In my opinion.
That's correct.
And
there's nothing untrue about anything he's stated.
If your opinion is different than mine, I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to stop going and buying your product just because I don't like your opinion on something. If you've got a great product and I'm happy with it and it does a job for me, why would I penalize myself because I don't like your opinion?
It would be like boycotting Aquajet because they don't like something you said to do with Mox.
It's just so stupid.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I know, Sam, you don't have to voice your opinion. I know that you support gun rights. You're a hunter. You got a concealed carry weapon, permit. You're responsible. These are the kind of guys that should have guns everywhere. This is the kind of guy that should be in your school protecting our kids.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know.
No, I'll say it. I'll say it because I don't disagree with that. I know that's a little off the topic of racing and going from Bell Helmets, but this whole thing with Bell, I'm glad Bell did what they did. I'm glad they stood up and said, this is who we are. These are our beliefs. That's going to, in the long run, that's going to get them more respect, and I think it's going to increase their sales.
It will be interesting to see how it plays out over the season because, racing is full of a diverse group of individuals from different belief systems. But
I think for the most part,
I will be interested to see what happens. Look at what happened with FedEx.
Listen, I just don't disagree with it.
It all comes down to...
And I know it's a matter of opinion, and people out there going, oh, my God, Corey's talking about that.
I don't think so.
I think for the most part,
common ground here.
The people in our group, and I say group, I mean racing as a whole, I think most of them believe more along the scale than we do,
of course,
than the other way. And if you believe the other way, fantastic. I'm not going to dislike you. I'm not going to have somebody talk trash about you or otherwise. It's just...
I'm sure there's other reasons not to like someone else.
I know a lot of people don't like me.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's a whole different ballgame there, widescreen.
We don't have enough time for that one.
Oh. That's 2 shows. You know what I mean?
He wears his Romeos.
I want people out there.
That's the truth.
That's how redneck you are.
And Baker's right again. He says, like most things, I think in 2 or 3 months, this will all be forgotten about, minus the real extreme morons, which is probably true. But the fact that this even made the news.
Then why are we even talking about it?
It's because it's
news.
It's a real deal that is part of racing.
It's true.
And I commend Bell Helmets for standing up and not caving because of someone's opinion or, how many companies, and I'm going to ask this, how many companies, whether you're involved in racing or not, have said, oh, yeah, we'll support that just because they think the majority is supporting that and that they're going to increase their sales? A lot. Oh, I would think most of them. I would think the majority of people that come out and say, "Oh, we support the taking your guns away," and
everything in this world has gotten to that point, though. Look at Christmas with Starbucks. Every single thing is ridiculed for something. It's like, people stop.
And that's just, that's what I like about what we do with racing.
Yeah.
You show up at the racetrack. We've all got the same rules. You go out, we race, we have a good time. We might have a little dust up in the pits after the races every now and then. But what happens? It's forgot about the next week. We show up and we do it again.
Well, it's not always forgotten about in a week, but
but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
For the most part, we it's in the past. Mm-hmm. But this thing right here, and I know it really did strike a chord with me. This whole, and I thought, good for Bell. Good for Bell. Good for standing up for your true core beliefs and putting it out there.
At the top of every company is one person in charge that's going to have an opinion that's going to weigh it out one way or the other. So most of the time, you're probably going to end up dealing with that one person's opinion to deal with it.
Well, and there's some truth to that, but and you're right. You're right, but when you got a board making those decisions. Oh God, he's putting that stuff in his lip again.
We weren't supposed to tell everybody about that.
All right.
So that's my rant. That's the one piece I really wanted to get out of the way.
To see how Sam's week was.
We did. Sam didn't talk. I'm so glad you brought that up.
Tom, we were teammates.
See, he says were. He's already written you off.
You're out. My week in Little Old Lebanon was fine. I worked the graveyard shift. I don't think a lot of people know that about me. Oh, wait, they don't know a lot about me because I don't talk much, Corey says. So I went to work and made it home and got to sleep, and nobody tried to break in the house, so I'm calling it a W.
So he works graveyard all the time. I'm sorry for my voice, guys. I am tore up. Sam works graveyard all the time. So when he comes to the races to do his videos, and we're loading up, sometimes we're on 6, 7 different cars. He has to mount those up. Okay, this is what Sam does. When we're at Willamette or anywhere else that we're all together, who touches the cameras? Sam and Sam only. Nobody else puts cameras on the car. Why? Because he's really, really good at what he does, and we've all proven that we're not.
Yeah, we're really bad at that.
We are. It truly is. I say, hey, check out this angle. He'll look at me like he wants to punch me, just shakes his head no, doesn't say a word, and goes about doing what he does.
I like the weeks when he doesn't come out and he gets angry at us and he gets all the stuff. I've got nothing to work with.
And that has happened 3 times last year.
I know.
So he always tells me, don't put cameras here. Don't put cameras there. If you're mounting cameras, don't put them here or here.
Well, my tutorial, I know when he goes through it, it looks really simple. Press here, do this, do that.
Right.
And when it comes down to it, I'm like,
and then
where'd that button even
And then
go?
here comes Corey. And what does he do? Puts the cameras where Sam says not to.
Mm-hmm.
No, every time. Every time I have put a camera where Sam says don't do it, we have shattered a lens. Every time.
It's unbelievable how they shatter.
It's a camera that's an inch by 1 inch.
How does it hit that?
And it hits it every time I try. There's one shot that I really like, and we can't do that anymore because Sam says if you do that again, you are going to be decapitated.
No, I said you're going to buy a case of lenses because I'm tired of buying them and then breaking
the last
them.
crack lens cost me $188.
Wow, yeah, they ain't cheap.
Well, I had to buy him a whole new camera and a mount.
Well,
oh no, that was because Weinbarger still has your camera that we left on the car in Bakersfield. That's what that was. That's Mike Patterson's fault.
That's a big shout out to Superman there. Thanks for holding on to that and finding it. I was worried about that.
No,
I had
Sam.
a sleepless night or two, and Corey and I had some nice discussions.
It was not nice.
That I probably should apologize for before I die.
Sam is mean. We left a camera in Bakersfield. We went down
and
with
by
10.
we mean who?
The crew.
Okay, the crew. Oh, yeah.
I was
Time
in
out.
the booth.
Time out.
Stop. At Bakersfield, I did not mount or dismount that camera. Obviously, didn't dismount it, but I did not mount that camera.
In
that
what
was left
manner are you speaking right now? Mount or dismount that?
I'm talking about bolt that camera onto a car.
Okay, I was trying.
You gotta watch
We
this
were
dude. He's shady.
I didn't even know that was happening.
I was the one working the
That's a good
soundboard and all
call.
the technical stuff. So
I didn't even know we had GoPros.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
This ain't on me, buddy.
Mike Patterson is not here to defend himself, and I am going to blame him on that.
Right
Mike,
under
it is
right,
all you,
just-
dude. That's all on you.
You realize when he listens to this, he is going to come uncorked.
He plays softball,
Wow.
and he plays softball, and he's probably going to come after me with a baseball bat. Here's the good thing about
Why
that.
not a
You
softball
guys
bat?
scattered like the ship was sinking.
But here's
on
the
him
thing,
on
though.
that one.
I can run faster than Mike.
I can run faster.
I can run faster than Mike. Swing that bat, big guy. I'm out. Gone.
That was painful.
Joey says, good thing we didn't have a camera on my car in Baco. Joey Tanner. Listen, Joey.
That would have been some good angles with that whole.
Oh, I wish we would have had cameras on both those cars.
Yeah.
Honestly, what happened down there was an honest racing deal. Anybody that wants to blame Clay or put blame on the 111, I've been around racing a long time. I look at it and I laugh.
I look at it this way: they got their money's worth for their ticket. That
Oh,
night.
I'll tell you what.
Look at the camera. I mean, you've got some really neat stuff. Look at when they tipped Rod's car over when they got
Steve Moore.
and got
Yeah.
under it. That was an awesome
Two
shot.
two cameras.
Show me in it. Yeah.
I made the video.
Yep.
That was
You can see the underneath of Rod's car, the side of it. That was
Yeah.
amazing.
You saw my feet?
Yeah, it even picked up some audio. That those dual mics on those Hero 4s are pretty good. I like that.
Those Hero 4s are the best.
Dude, those things are awesome.
For what we do, it's really good. No doubt. 7:03. We've been on the air for, 30 minutes
Corey,
now?
I think your blood pressure's still up because
I'm a little warm.
because of the bell talk and the GoPro. I think
I-
you need to go take a cool down lap.
I was hoping more people would jump into the Swears Trucking chat line and talk to us about that. If you don't want to, that's cool. We can move on to the next subject. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. One other thing we're going to talk about, and I want you guys to stick around and listen to this because there's been a lot of people, and I know that all of us, even Sam, who's part of the Moxie deal, when we get a message, it goes to all of us. A lot of people have been messaging us about Facebook raffle/auction rules. And it's not because of the one that was just going around our local area. They're all over. I'm in a lot of kart racing groups, and they're all over. Instead of selling the car, they put it up and they say we're going to sell tickets for $50 or $100, and when it's all full, send the money in via PayPal, whatever. There's a lot of this going on. I like the idea. Because instead of putting your car up for $5,000, now you can sell X amount of spots and double your money. Mm-hmm. Truly. Okay? Now, if you're one of the guys that takes it's no different than buying a lottery ticket. Mm-hmm. And this is my view on it.
Yeah.
It's no different than buying a lottery ticket, scratching it off. If you don't win, you just threw $2 in the garbage. Okay? There's been a lot of people saying how illegal this is, or how people are getting ripped off, or who's getting ripped off. You know what you're getting into.
Yeah, the only thing I can say is you have to find some way to have it officiated, obviously. But I mean,
and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Facebook's rules and regulations on what you can and can't do, how you have to word things. And there's a lot. That's tricky, right? I want to save that for a little later into the show.
okay.
I want to make that. I kind of want to make that what?
When you're calmer.
Yeah, probably a good idea when he's calm.
Am I fired? I don't feel like I'm fired up.
You're kind of flushed in the face. I don't like sitting across from you. When we come back, I want to sit across from Joel.
So look at. I did. I put him across from me, directly on purpose. He says, "Why am I sitting here?"
I know.
I love it.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to step out. We're going to go to our first break of the night. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk about all kinds of cool stuff. You guys want to say thanks for tuning in right here in Northwest Dirt News, Spreaker Radio. We'll be right back in 3.5 minutes.
Do you wake up in the morning in a slump? Looking for a new career or change of pace? Well, let Northwest Trucking Academy be your source. Dave Stahl and his team of highly experienced instructors will give you the skills you need. Whether you have no idea what the brake pedal is or you just need a refresher course, Northwest Trucking Academy will give you a customized training program to meet your needs. In as little as 4 weeks, you can be on your way across the country with your new career. Located on Highway 99 in Tangent, Oregon, Northwest Trucking Academy will get you ready for a new, fast-paced, and highly rewarding career. Give them a call at 541-248-3461 or look them up online at NW